I'm here interviewing fellow alumna Linda Hollander, also known as the Wealthy Bag Lady. How you doing, Linda?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful. Why don't you tell us what you do and how your UCLA degree helped you to get there?
Okay. Well, as you said, I'm known as the Wealthy Bag Lady. I am a consummate serial entrepreneur and have been doing it basically since I graduated. I've been doing one business or another. But the reason I'm known as the Wealthy Bag Lady is because the business that I'm known most for is a business that produces custom-printed paper and plastic shopping bags. They're the bags that you see at trade shows and at shopping malls, and some of our clients include Disney, Sears, Nissan, Mattel, and Ocean Spray.
So you have an impressive client list. Does that mean that you have an MBA, a PhD, a couple of other certifications behind your name, like a financial planner and a CPA?
God, no, I don't have any of that alphabet after my name. I got an undergraduate degree of a BA in painting, sculpture, and graphic art, so all I took was art classes when I was at UCLA. Absolutely loved it. But I thought business was totally boring. I would rather learn about the great masters and learn about drawing and painting techniques than anything else.
So you're an artiste who is now a business owner, but you don't sell art.
I don't sell art, but I've realized that to be successful in your own business, you need to be creative. And I think the most creative people in business are the most successful because it's all about problem solving, and part of intelligence, I think, is creativity. UCLA taught me also how to think critically, how to work hard, how to really hit my deadlines and get things done on time. And even though in high school I was not a stellar student, at UCLA, because of the caliber of students that I was associating with, they kind of brought my standards and raised the bar for me up. And I graduated on the dean's list and made the honor roll.
Well, how did you get into UCLA if you were not an impressive high school student?
I couldn't, actually. I went to Cal State Northridge for a couple of years, and I think my parents were probably worried that I would just not be in a good position for my future because my grades were really not good in high school. I was bored more than anything else. It wasn't that I wasn't smart. But I just was not applying myself because I wasn't interested in high school that much. And then at Northridge, I started getting interested in studying and learning. And then at UCLA, it really, really kicked into high gear.
Okay, so you're a successful transfer student. That's wonderful to know.
Yes.
So as an art student who is now a business owner and you said a serial entrepreneur, do you have some tips for our business owners and professionals that they can apply for their own business?
I sure do. Okay, I'm going to give you some tips. The first tip is to be teachable. School is never out for the pros. Practice lifetime learning. And this is what I've learned because all of my clients, I have a consulting business also. Remember, I'm a crazy serial entrepreneur. So my clients in the consulting business said, you know what, you should write a book. So I said, well, I'm not just going to write a book. I'm basically going to interview CEOs and multimillionaires and the top business leaders in the world and get their gems of advice for entrepreneurs. And I wrote the book Bags to Riches, and it has 7 success secrets for women in business, but really the success secrets are universal. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips today, and the first one is to be teachable, and that school is never out for the pros, and to always be learning, because if you stop learning, you stop growing. If you stop growing, your competition will pass you by so quick your head will spin.
Yeah, that sounds like good advice, and it's interesting that most people who go to UCLA did love school, so I think that UCLA Bruin entrepreneurs would take that to heart and think it was a pretty simple thing to do, be teachable. And what's your next tip?
Okay. The next tip is to master sales and marketing. And for a long time, I thought sales was a dirty word. I didn't want to do sales, but I sort of had to survive and eat and pay rent. So I got a sales job, at a gallery because then I could still be part of the art world. And I learned that I had a talent for sales, and I enjoyed sales because if you're selling a product that you love and you think is valuable and you think is going to change people's lives in a good way, and that is your own business, or if you're a professional, your company and your products and your services, then selling is the noblest thing in the world, and so is marketing, because it's just telling them how you can change their life for the better, how you can solve their problems, and how to really get them to the next level in their life or their career.
That sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next tip?
The next tip is to cultivate relationships. Learn how to cultivate relationships. Learn how to communicate well. Communication, I think, is one of the most important skills in business. And then once you have those relationships in place, once you've made that sale, you have to really communicate on an ongoing basis with your clients to keep that sale going, to keep future orders coming in. You know, nobody wants a one-time sale. They want a relationship with their clients.